The year is 2013 and you're sitting in your room with one of these. Do you remember? Most of you may not remember, but I do. These looms have been a big part of my life, and hopefully I can reintroduce you to them. A few years after these bands were popular, a new looming technique started going around where you can make 3D objects with ease and you didn't need a loom. This is called loomigurumi. Today, I will go over the materials you'll need to make a creation, how to make a creation, and how this has helped me. Now let's go over the materials. So the first material you'll need, obviously, you'll need bands. So there are so many different kinds of bands. There are hundreds. There are opaque bands, there are semi-transparent bands, there are multicolored bands, there are glow-in-the-dark bands, there are bands that change color in the sunlight, and there are cylindrical bands. I'm not going to even explain that. So, now you may be asking, where do I buy these bands? You can buy these bands at some local craft stores such as Hobby Lobby, Joann's, or Michael's. But if you're looking for a specific color or a special type of band, like cylindrical bands, you're going to have to go to the Rainbow Loom website. According to rainbowloom.com, there are over 15 different collections of bands you can buy from. Now that's a lot of bands. Now that we have chosen our bands, we need something to loom these together. You'll need a hook. So Rainbow Loom has a hook you can buy, but any crochet hook will do. And then you'll need a stitch marker so you can keep your place and know where you're at. But don't panic. If you don't have a stitch marker, you can use a C-clip or bands. I prefer to use a C-clip because it's a lot less bulkier than stitch markers, if that makes sense. It's just way easier. Okay, now that we have our materials, I think it's time to start the demonstration part of the speech. Okay, so first you will grab your hook and you will get a band of your choice and you will wrap it 2 times around your hook to create 3 loops like so. You'll then put these 3 loops on a band like so and reclaim the other end. So you have two bands on your hook. You'll then put the back band over the front band, making your first stitch. So to make another stitch, you'll go back into those 3 loops, pull a band through, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. It's a little weird, but you'll do the same process. So you'll put the back one over the front one along with the middle band, and that's another stitch. You'll just be doing this now from now on. So you'll go into those 3 loops again another time, pull another band through, and you have 3 loops, and then just put those 2 back ones over the front one to create another stitch. This is called the magic ring. Your magic ring can have any number of bands it can fit in it, but for the one I will be showing today, I want a magic ring of 6, so I just created 3 more stitches, and that's voila, you've made a magic ring. And now you can go on, you can find a tutorial video. You can go on YouTube and find a tutorial video to continue your tutorial of anything you want to make. I would suggest a YouTuber called Isalicious Designs. She has over 200 YouTube videos on loomigurumi stuff and regular loomed creations. So if you're feeling like you want to make something loomigurumi, you can make something loomigurumi, and you can just make, if you're feeling something regular, you can just make something regular. Now that we know how to loom, it's time to find out how this can potentially help you. Arts and crafts help a lot of people relax, including me. If I'm feeling anxious or nervous or anything, I will get some bands out and make something. These bands personally helped me a lot over quarantine. Quarantine was hard for us all. We couldn't go outside, we couldn't see any of our friends. It was hard to keep sane back then. Me and my family happened to go to the store and buy a loom because I was looking for something to, de-stressor for my anxiety, and I fell in love I found that I love making things. And so these bands are not only good for entertainment purposes only. They can be for learning purposes too. According to Learning Liftoff, these bands can help with motor skills, pattern and shape recognition, patience and persistence, focus, and social skills. And if you're messing around with these bands, it can also help you stay off social media. So instead of maybe being on Instagram, you would be looming a cute animal. Oh, and these animals or anything you make can also make great personal gifts for any of your family and friends. Now that we have gone over how it can help us help you, I think we should recap what happened. Oh, God. Okay. So, okay. So, there are a lot of ways people can de-stress, and Lumigumi is one of them. I think more people should learn about this, and instead of worrying about things you cannot help, you can make a cute critter, like this one. We went over how to loom. Nope. We went over the materials you will need to loom. We went over how to loom, and we went over how it could help you and how it helps me and potentially you. And who knows, maybe this year your family and friends may get a little loomed critter this year. Thank you.